right now.
A serious crash overnight killed a woman as she and another man walked across the street.
Yeah, a police sergeant on scene telling us the driver who hit the pair was not speeding. He also said that area not very well lit, and there is a hill on the road that blocks the driver's view, and those both might be factors in this accident. It all happened last night on Northwest 36th Street near Brandywine Avenue. Police say the man and woman were crossing the street when they were hit by a Nissan Altima. That pair both receiving serious injuries. The woman later died. The driver did stop to help and is not expected to face any criminal charges.
We now know the name of a man who was murdered behind a laundromat a couple of days ago. The Bexar County Medical Examiner's Office identifying him as 29-year-old Hyman Lopez. He was found with a gunshot wound to his head back on November 3rd on Culebra Road and North Zarzamora Street. His death was ruled a homicide, and police are still looking for that suspect. There were no witnesses to the crime, but police say they have surveillance video that maybe will be able to help them find the shooter.
Another shooting to tell you about, this one from overnight on Culebra at the Westway apartment complex. A man shot in the face as he and another couple got into a fight around 2 o'clock this morning. During that argument, the other man pulled out a gun and fired. When police arrived on scene, they noticed a car speeding away from the area. They followed and arrested the driver, believing that might be the prime suspect. The victim taken to a hospital with serious injuries.
A 27-year-old man was walking down the street when he was shot at multiple times. Police say a black truck drove by him while he was walking on Avon Avenue. That's a couple blocks away from Highland Park. At 1:20 in the morning, shots were fired from the truck at the victim, hitting him in the leg. He was taken to the hospital and is expected to recover, leaving investigators on a hunt for that suspect as well.
The people living in this home able to escape after the garage caught on fire. It happened on Butler Drive around 10 o'clock this morning. The fire department responding to a two-story house that had its garage filling up with thick black smoke. 5 people were inside the home at the time, but were able to make it out. One of them needed some medical help for smoke inhalation. The fire did not spread to the home's interior, but they still believe it caused about $10,000 in damages.
The Bexar County Sheriff's Office currently looking for 31-year-old Amanda Mann. She's wanted for leaving her child at the hospital with serious injuries and not returning. She was last seen wearing a purple shirt and green pants and could possibly be found walking around in the medical center. If you happen to see her, call Bexar County deputies at 210-335-6000.
Now to some construction in Converse that has been the source of serious frustration for some people there. For over a year, crews have worked to expand Rocket Lane near Judson High School, but it is taking longer than the city expected.
As our Daniela Ibarra shows us, it's costing one nonprofit thousands of dollars and affecting dozens of animals. Daniela.
Yeah, Courtney, we're standing in what will be the expanded version of Rocket Lane, which right now it's 2 lanes and they want to expand it to 5. While this work is being done, the Converse Animal Shelter is keeping an eye on it because once this is done, they'll have to start its own construction. Now, the shelter is a nonprofit and this one is not owned by the city. When the work on Rocket Lane is all said and done, the shelter says its current entrance will open up into traffic. They say once that happens, they'll have to move its entrance to the other side. Shelter President Leslie Grimes says they don't want to get started on that until the road construction is done. She says the work has gone on way longer than expected and says the city has not kept them updated on when it'll be finished.
I don't think they know how much this has impacted us. We've had a drop in donations and adoptions. It's really hard for people to get out here.
We took some of the shelter's concerns to the city of Converse, and tonight on the Night Beat, you'll hear what the assistant city manager says. He's also frustrated. We're live in Converse. Daniela Ibarra, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Daniela. The war between Israel and Hamas continues, with its effects being felt all over the world. A Texas pizza shop owner was actually stranded in Gaza when Hamas terrorists descended on Israel and Israel launched a counterattack. Palestinian-American Hisham Kaoud and his brothers were visiting family at the time. Luckily, they were able to find safe refuge by crossing into Egypt, but many of their family members are still stuck in Gaza.
And that is the situation, Courtney, for hundreds of families there in Gaza, which is why U.S. Secretary Antony Blinken was there in the region this weekend, trying to address some calls for a ceasefire. He met with Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas and other key Middle Eastern leaders in Jordan as they all call for a ceasefire in Gaza. But Blinken reiterating the U.S.'s opposition to that. And as Rob Kirkpatrick reports tonight, Blinken advocating for, quote, humanitarian pauses.
The war in Israel is raging on, and the casualties are mounting. Dozens of people were killed in a blast at a refugee camp in the central Gaza Strip late Sunday night, according to officials at a nearby hospital. This comes as Israel says they earlier targeted an ambulance they say was being used by Hamas. The strike outside the hospital left more than a dozen dead.
Hamas has underneath the hospital its command and control, and from that center underneath the hospital, they have a spiderweb of tunnels that literally goes for miles.
Senator Bernie Sanders says Israel must do what they can to limit civilian casualties.
What Israel does not, in my view, have a right to do is to kill thousands and thousands of innocent men, women, and children who had nothing to do with that attack.
U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken also met with Palestinian Authority President Mahmoud Abbas in Ramallah on Sunday as calls for a ceasefire escalate. The meeting was described as, quote, tense when Blinken refused to call for a ceasefire, instead opting for a shorter, quote, humanitarian pause.
I think everyone would welcome humanitarian pauses. There's no doubt about that. There are obviously different views, including on the question of the ceasefire. But there's no doubt from my conversations with all of our colleagues who were in Amman yesterday that everyone would welcome the humanitarian pause.
I'm Rob Kirkpatrick reporting.
A potential offer between entertainment studios and actors is on the table to end the SAG-AFTRA strike. We'll talk about the main point actors are arguing against after the break.
And Tyson Foods recalling thousands of pounds of nuggets after reported injury. We'll tell you how this happened when the 5:30 show continues right after this break.
Welcome back. Well, you might want to check your freezer after hearing this. Tyson Foods is recalling 30,000 pounds of chicken nuggets. The company announced this weekend that they're voluntarily pulling nuggets from the stores after some people reported finding small pieces of metal inside the patties. The recall is specifically for their 29-ounce bag of Dino nuggets containing frozen but fully cooked nuggets. The USDA says there's been one minor injury in someone's mouth while eating the food.
There may be an end in sight for the SAG-AFTRA strike, according to Variety and The Hollywood Reporter. The major studios delivered a new offer to the actors union this week. While terms of the offer were not disclosed, one of the major sticking points has been the use of artificial intelligence. The pressure to reach a deal is mounting on both sides as it stretches on. The studios are trying to resume production so they don't have to cancel upcoming movies and TV shows. Thousands of actors, meanwhile, they're all in need of a paycheck. See what happens.
All right, back here at home, going outside with live cam. We've seen a little bit more cloud cover hang on this afternoon compared to what we saw yesterday. Of course, this all following once again another round of patchy morning fog that we saw to kickstart this Sunday. Now the humidity, that's not going anywhere. So I think tomorrow morning for the morning commute, some more patchy fog, some dense will be possible, warm and humid through at least the first half of the upcoming week. But we're monitoring our next cold front that looks to move in just ahead of next weekend. That brings with it some rain chances and cooler temperatures. We'll time it out and get you the details after the break.
Oh, I know kids and animals, they don't respect time, so they don't understand the time change. I guess my body has reached the point where it doesn't care either because I still woke up at the same time, extra hours sleep or not.
Yeah.
Body says, time to get up.
Yeah, the toddler life, you've known this. It doesn't matter.
No,
she was up nice and early.
I'm sure. Yeah, I wanted to kind of start off talking about the difference in sunrise and sunset times. Let's go outside with live cam. We just saw it a little bit earlier. Yes, we've got some mid and upper level cloud cover in place, but it's already getting dark. In fact, today's sunset is happening just about now. And really, as we look ahead, our sunset tracker here, by the end of this month, sunset's just going to get earlier, 5:34 p.m. That sunset time, November 30th, as we get ready to wrap up 2023, end of December, a little bit later, around 5:45. It's not until next year, specifically around January 19th, that we'll see our next 6 p.m. hour sunset, and then our next 7 p.m. hour sunset doesn't occur until after we spring forward again by mid-March. So yes, this affects the sunset and sunrise times. Speaking
speaking of sunrise, I want to show you this awesome photo that we got in from Skywatcher. Yes, beautiful colors, but also you can see the fog that developed in the valleys there in between the hills. So we've had more moisture that's been working back into south central Texas. That allowed some patchy to dense fog to form earlier today and yesterday. And you can see going forward, the humidity is actually expected to build a little bit more by Wednesday and even Thursday. Then we see our next front move through, and that's going to allow for some drier and cooler air to move back in for next weekend. But before we can get there, it is going to be another muggy start, all things considered, first thing tomorrow by 6, 7, even 8 o'clock in the morning. By the time a lot of us are stepping out for the Monday morning drive, notice that we are expecting some more patchy to even dense fog to form. So go ahead and plan on giving yourself a little bit of extra time out there on the roadways, likely going to need to use the low beams for a little bit. But then by mid-morning, kind of like what we saw today, a lot of that is expected to dissipate. Temperature-wise, though, we're going to start off in the low 60s, around 63 at 7 a.m. here in the Alamo City. Mostly cloudy skies are expected throughout the day. 76 at lunchtime, 82 the forecast high by about 3 to 4 o'clock. And then later on as we head into the evening hours, 80 degrees by 5 p.m., 78 by 6. But you can see this is a look at our forecast high temperatures in and around the San Antonio area. Slightly warmer than average. Our average high for this time of year in the mid 70s. We're going to be in the upper 70s and low 80s. 85 in Floresville, 83 in Seguin, 79 in Bulverde, and 80 over in Comfort. We mentioned that warming trend. Mid 80s expected already by Tuesday and into Wednesday. Then Thursday is when we're expecting that cold front to start working its way into the region. After that, we see those breezy north winds return and some cooler air arrives just in time for next weekend, with highs then falling into the 60s. Yes, it will bring some cooler temperatures, also though sparking some chances for rain. This is that setup. Again, by the middle of the week, we've got the Gulf moisture in place, but at the same time, we're going to see an area of low pressure approach the Four Corners region. So winds in the upper levels of the atmosphere, those shift in from the southwest. So we see some Pacific moisture as well as some pockets of upper level energy work across the state of Texas. When you combine that with this front then approaching the region again on Thursday, right now a little bit later in the day, late afternoon and into the evening, that's when we introduce those rain chances back into the forecast. So a 40% potential right now, especially Thursday evening, Thursday night and early Friday. Then we'll try to dry things out into next weekend with those cooler temperatures falling into the 60s for your daytime highs and lows back into the chilly 50s, guys.
We don't care if it's raining. We just don't want it to be 80 anymore.
Exactly. Next weekend will be a little bit better, I think.
Okay.
Weather has to match the mood, which is now dark and gloomy because we're in the dark days of almost winter.
It's true.
All right. Thank you, Mia. All right, Spurs hosting the Raptors today, Mary, and they needed a little extra time to settle things.
Yes, they got up to a big lead, unfortunately let that lead slip away and, couldn't hang on like they were able to in Phoenix. So we'll have more on that matchup coming up. The Spurs falling in overtime. Plus, C.J. Stroud, the rookie, finishes with 5 touchdowns and sets a rookie record in passing yards along the way. Coming up. The San Antonio Spurs are back home hosting the Raptors this afternoon, fresh off of a successful stint in Phoenix. First quarter, Victor Wembanyama knocks down a triple on the wing, and he's fouled to complete the 4-point play. Wemby, a threat everywhere. OG Anunoby down low, and Wemby with the effortless denial. Okay, the Spurs led for most of the game until letting the lead slip away in the fourth. So Keldon Johnson stepped up big to keep the Spurs in front, but Toronto kept the pressure on, and the Raptors put away the game-tying bucket on the putback to send this Sunday tilt to overtime. In overtime, the Raptors able to complete the comeback, defeating San Antonio 123-116.
Football coverage brought to you by Davis Law Firm.
It should not come as a surprise this far into the season to see Texans rookie signal caller C.J. Stroud put up video game-like numbers, but it never gets old. Houston and Tampa Bay went back and forth all day, but the Texans are down 4 points with 46 seconds left in the game. Stroud anchoring a game-winning drive. First, Stroud hits Noah Brown in the middle for a 14-yard completion. 2nd and 10 now. Stroud goes deep to Tank Dell and hauls it in for the catch and runs out of bounds. Stroud setting a rookie record on that play with the most passing yards in a single game. Then for the win, Stroud to Dell for the touchdown. Houston wins in electric fashion, 39-37 to move back to 500 on the season, and Stroud takes us through that final play.
Bobby did a great job of just feeling the tempo of the game and feeling what we probably needed, and had a play we ain't worked on since training camp. And literally, I know the Tank's route was nasty. I didn't get to watch it. I just threw it. But I just had to take care of the safety. They're in quarters. Once the safety buys the inside route, I throw the outside route, and his job is to beat the corner, and the Texans win. So that drive, man, it was special, and that's something in this league I'm learning, man. You got to be grade 2 minute, and for me, I just want the ball. Give me the ball, call the play, and I'm gonna go make a play. So I'm happy with the win.
Great stuff by the rookie. All right, Deron Bland was the guy last week for the Dallas Cowboys in the team's rout of the LA Rams. A much more challenging task at hand this week, though, as Dallas visits division rival Philadelphia. A win would keep the Eagles at bay atop the NFC East. Here's a live scoring update from Lincoln Financial Field. The Eagles lead the Cowboys 28-17. We'll have a full recap of this game tonight on Instant Replay starting at 11 p.m. Two division leaders, Miami and Kansas City, are in Frankfurt, Germany for an early morning international kickoff. But before halftime, the Dolphins looking to cut into the Chiefs' 2-possession lead. But Trent McDuffie strips Tyreek Hill of the ball. Mike Edwards scoops it up, then keeps the play alive with a lateral to Brian Cook, and he is off to the races from there. Miami's comeback fell short late in the game, and the Chiefs win 21-14, upping their record to 7-2. In Foxborough, two struggling teams battle it out, Washington and New England. Third quarter, game tied at 17. Sam Howell finds Terry McLaurin racing across the field for a 36-yard gain. That'll lead to a field goal. So Commanders lead by 3 late. Mac Jones a chance to answer, but on the Patriots' final drive, he's picked off by Jartavius Martin, and Washington seals the win, 20-17 the final. Quarterback Kirk Cousins out. Rookie backup Jaren Hall gets hurt, so Joshua Dobbs steps in for the Vikings and leads Minnesota to a 31-28 victory over Atlanta. And right now in action, the Colts lead the Panthers 27-13. The UTSA football program wanted to be battle tested by the time it reached the AAC portion of its schedule, but it came at a price. The Roadrunners suffered losses to Houston, Army, and the now 14th ranked Tennessee Volunteers. So before UTSA could even begin conference play, many were skeptical about what Jeff Traylor's group could accomplish this year. The Roadrunners certainly used that as bulletin board material and have since gone undefeated for over a month. Yesterday afternoon, UTSA handed North Texas a 37-29 loss to improve to 6-3 overall and became bowl eligible along the way. 3 games remain on the Roadrunners' regular season schedule. Next, UTSA hosts 4-5 Rice at the Alamo Dome. Then South Florida visits before the team closes things out at Tulane.
Battle of the Birds coming up.
Yes. Thank you, Mary. We'll be right back. Right now on KSAT.com, the wait is almost over for one of San Antonio's most loved burger joints. Burger Boy is opening a new location right next to UTSA. I know, Our entire newsroom is very excited. We all love Burger Boy. They recently posted about this on Facebook, saying they'll be on UTSA Boulevard near I-10. This will be their 9th location in San Antonio, but they have not confirmed an official opening date, only that they're opening sometime next year. If you want to know where those other stores are, you can visit our article right now on our website.
I remember the original right around the corner from here.
There you go. Now I'm hungry.
There.
We eat way too much Burger Boy at KSAT.
Smells like that a lot in here.
Yes.
All right, warm and muggy next couple days, monitoring a front late next week.
All right, thank you, Mia. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here for the Night Beat tonight at 10.
Have a good evening.
Go get some burgers.
I want to now.